I'm gonna try, Joey. Pretty big game here. If we win, and if we win, we're in the conference. We clinch a berth in the conference championship. I do need to make one change to the depth chart, though. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm willing to try. No camera today. Still feeling kind of eh. Nice, nice. This is wild. Mark Davis and the Raiders will be spending $50 million on coaches that are fired next year. 8 million for Pierce, 10 million for Josh McDaniels. I forgot about him. 10 for Gruden, 16 for Carroll, 6 for Chip Kelly. Yeah, Raiders are crazy. Oh, until February 1st. Yeah, that works out really well. Let me make sure that my mic is muted. Raiders are trash. Oh, this is a pretty big game. The winner has an insight. Well, if I win, then I 100% will be in the conference championship. Doesn't even matter if I lose to Jacksonville State, because it would make me sick. Even if I did, I would be 7-1, but I would have beat every team that potentially could have one loss. If I lose, then I'm probably not. But this is a pretty big game because it's a rivalry game, and it's important for my coach contract. We can come up with a win here, that'd be huge. Because that means I would have met all of my season goals, and then I would have road wins on top of it, which would give me bonus points. So there's a good chance that I have a score over 100 if I win this game, which I potentially still could get even with a loss. Uh-oh. Don't like that. I don't get why it does that. That's why I try to start a little early to get that out the way, but that shouldn't be a problem because it hasn't done it. I don't know if someone else is looking for Nebraska. But the only thing I can do is try to win to help my cause. The higher my score, the better the odds. 100 miles of hate. If I ever get them back, I should play Colorado, and that should be definitely be the thing.
Today, a game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll bring it back looking for help. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free.
Let's go!
Jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team.
The chipstick. That's how you start. Hopefully it stands.
Just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, man, that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turning it on. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
A first down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Henry. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
You start with this type of field position and have to settle for a field goal. This is a big third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Battiato. On target over the middle.
That's on the defense. Like, he's there, he has to make that play.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd.
29 didn't do what I needed him to do there. That's on me though. Better play call.
It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game, and how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Wants to throw again. Dumps it off in the flats. He's not going to make it.
Job defense.
Job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
No one open.
And that is a great job by the defense,
Good defense.
containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Unloads it downfield. Pulls it in down the sideline. He'll have enough for the first
That's
down,
huge.
and they stop him at the 45.
That be huge.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The screen, he's got wheels. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, that 3rd down was
And
huge.
the Hilltoppers
I
are
can't
marching
stress
down the
that
field.
enough.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defense, man, you got to go low and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The Hilltoppers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Back to the ground game on the left. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball.
Like, he had to be down, right?
Turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry, you're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Lowers those pads. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone.
Burrows, let's go, man. Didn't want to go there, but I was trying to look for the post route.
Exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk
It's
about
actually my fourth read on that play.
I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
I feel like this is the Phoenix Suns against the, D'Antoni. 7 seconds or less. 8 seconds or less versus the Pistons under Larry Brown. Like, look, we're just trying to muck this game up.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for a man. It's Battiato. Back open in the middle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Lacey. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Smacks him with the stiff arm. Knocked out.
How is he so wide open? It's like nobody was there.
Spotted at the 43.
Huh.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he
Like
put it
nobody
out in front of
was
his
there.
big man. He was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st
Big
and
sack.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. Shakes off the defender. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Dropping back, it's Battiato. Makes the grab, it's Tipton. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Can't get him to the ground.
We should have had him stop there.
Like
We know how it is, though. Everyone breaks a billion tackles.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put on push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Love the 3rd down.
Man, he has like 4 catches already. Dude's going to be tired just by his hand.
Easy pitch and catch for the 1st.
They'll go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Like, legitimately, this dude's going to be tired because his hands are going to be sore from catching the ball so much.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it sucks. Like, I'm trying to put guys in man coverage to help cover him, but the reaction is a little bit delayed. Like, I know he's the guy that I'm going to have to worry about because he hasn't put in all his stats, but when I have got to see him play, he throws to him a lot, like a lot. So I knew that coming in. I may just have to just use him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Oh, that's on me. I knew it coming in, but at that 4th down, I could have had him stop there.
They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Trying the left side. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Oh, wild.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically.
Also, what's up, Fannis?
You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Tight end now in motion. They'll go right back to him. Fights off a defender. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, he was able
Hello,
to
peasants 3.
just give this guy one.
It's all my
one
fault.
little crease. He puts his foot in the ground and he gets north fast.
It's all my fault, too. Because had I won, you wouldn't be like this. I knew this was going to happen.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Parrish. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's
Nothing
back.
like running a play for the
They'll
first
stop him
time
at the 41,
10
but
games
he's
into the
got
season,
10
right?
yards, and they'll move the chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
To the air on first down. Got a man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they are going to be gassed.
And the Hilltoppers with the 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space.
With a run play by
And he'll
Parrish.
step into the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning
All
the
right.
rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
With the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll
All right.
just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Battiato. Using the quick game. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line.
Carpenter with a high fly ball to deep right field. This might go. Walk-off home run against the Pirates. This time, Matt Carpenter.
99 months.
Got a wide open receiver. He's loose.
No one was in that zone at all. What the hell? No one was in that zone
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should
this
spark
game.
this whole team. Like,
I don't know what route combination he ran, but the fact that nobody was over there is wild. I shouldn't have switched off of him, but that's crazy. The freebie touchdown there. Thanks for 99, Wicked.
comebacks in full effect.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
That is wild.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive.
Maybe he's blitzing here.
Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Inside the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Center has to block the linebacker on the left.
They'll give it to him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his back in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
All right.
Get set, first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Slithers into space. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the time.
What's up, CJ?
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Oh, they blocked the kick. He's going to scoop it up.
Of course.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned.
This feels weird. This feels like a half I dominated, only being up 3 sucks. Apparently we have the Bucs special teams coordinator here.
Second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Wow, my guy literally ran backwards into me and took me. That took me out. That's hilarious. Dude just turned around, was like, nah, I'm good. You don't need yards.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more...
That's a fumble.
There we go.
Ball was loose. Offense didn't have a chance. Defenders
There we go. Completely dominated this game. Here we go. Can't say I'm surprised, though. Par for the course.
Get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
He breaks and runs through another guy.
Here we go.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Story is old as time.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career.
Here we go.
Touchdown, NTSU. And that one will give him the lead.
I completely dominated, and then I had Burrows open on the bomb anyway.
Has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had
Oh, you just look at what happened in the last couple of plays. I get Burrows open on a bomb, and my quarterback underthrows the ball. It should have been a walk-in touchdown. Then I get a field goal block.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
We get a fumble, or he gets a fumble, a rough one.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be
contagious,
man. It gets
I'm
you
not going to get
excited
rattled.
when your offense takes
It's
the
just,
field and does something
when it
with this
happens, you just
offense,
roll your
you
eyes.
gotta be ready to play against a motivated
It is
defense.
what it is. You only have control over so much. I know I've played a good game so far, so it is what it is.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side.
Good luck.
At the 40,
Thank you,
here he
William.
goes. All out of space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him.
He was open, but
He was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical.
that makes it last some time. Okay.
Third down coming.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they
So what? This is the time of year when Doolittle pretend to care about Ohio State basketball.
Touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it back. Drills him with the stiff arm.
Drills him with the stiff arm. He was. That's so weird. He's in the process of switching the ball to the other hand, and he gets a stiff arm.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
Yay.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Battiato. Pressure coming. On target. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
6 receptions. Damn.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass.
How is that not a pick? I'm sitting right there. My dude didn't even try to get the ball.
The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't
Insane.
He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Now facing a third and long. The sure hands. It's Butler. They'll move those chains.
Like, I sat right there and read the play, and my guy jumped inside, but didn't even try to pick off the ball. Oh, this game's so dumb.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
That is terrible. That's a walk-in pick six. Walk-in pick six.
Not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter,
he lost it high and deep down the left side.
And then we dropped an interception. The fact that my corners fell for a play action on 3rd and 11 is dumb too, but whatever.
just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll take another shot here.
Man, come on, guys. I need the picks. Like, as much as he passes the ball, we can't just give him freebies like this.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
This is a bad game for this. The more opportunities you get, more than likely is something bad. The more likely something bad is going to happen.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44.
Hello, peasant. Yeah.
Well, we see another catch
Whatever,
by this guy.
famous.
This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Parrish. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense.
So the computer picks it off for him. That's on me, though. Computer picks it off for him. I try to pick it off twice. We get no result. And there we go. Another big swing.
He made that look a lot easier
Damn.
than it is. When you break on a football, you gotta
Can't throw that there.
go at the perfect angle.
But that's frustrating. That's the only bad pass I've thrown, and it's been picked off.
And then does the hard part, takes it back
The
to
only mistake that I've made on offense,
And he had the extra point.
and it's picked off, and he's made multiple, and I haven't been able to take advantage.
This crowd's gonna get loud when their defense comes on the
All
field.
right, so another momentum swing. We got to fight momentum again.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
No blocking on my
Really
return.
disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Yeah, this game can be so frustrating sometimes, but it is what it is. That's a bad pass on my part, but it sucks because I feel like
After squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really...
And then he didn't throw. Yep, there we go. Momentum swung fully now. He's open, and he threw it right to my corner, or to his corner. He's wide open there. You got to make that accurate throw. That's a short throw. No excuse for that being overthrown.
Really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind.
Super
They're gonna
frustrating.
need him to play better. Like, He's
Good
gonna have to
game
win
plan
a few
coming in,
big
executed
mental
well,
plays if they want to get back
but
in this football game.
because we
Going to
can't
work on
make plays,
second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run.
because I can't use
Wrestle
or make
down at the
plays defensively,
8-yard
I'm being
line as they
punished for it.
bring
We've
in
had
the red
multiple
zone.
opportunities for picks and haven't come
And I
away
think
with
this
one
has
yet.
probably been the most surprising thing in this game
Multiple.
so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man, that sucks so
And
much,
this
man.
offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking to throw, it's Battiato. Lets it go to the end zone.
Yep. Momentum fully swung his way.
Tennessee
You got to fight
quick
momentum. It is
strike
what it
through the
is.
air for the score. This game must be
The
moving
first
so
pick was my
slowly
fault for
for
sure.
this
The
one.
second one
He
was
sees
all
everything
quarterback.
through
He was
the leads
open and
ahead.
he threw it right to the corner. Just threw it right by him.
It's been really, really easy. I better get some
I had
offensive
a open on
line.
the
Something
that
that makes
spacing
them
play I like to
on the
run,
ledge
but
right
he
now.
overthrew him and
It's
threw
just
it
like,
right
oh,
to the
you're
corner.
running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do
My
something
corner had
different.
his back turned to the ball.
On the move from inside his 5.
Corner had
Nice
his
job
back turned to the
executing
ball
all
and
of
picked
the
it off.
assignments as they put a stop to that
But I
attack
had him
at the
open.
22.
So that's on the quarterback. Like, it wasn't a bad play. The play call was good. The execution
Here
was
comes
bad.
the Western Kentucky offense back onto the
The
field.
RPO is my fault.
One
I
of the
shouldn't
good
have
news
thrown it.
about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your
And
quarterback
now they're
turn the
jumping
page is just
everything.
find him an easy completion here.
I
Let him
said
get back
momentum
into
is
a rhythm.
fully swung
Yeah,
his
or
way.
find him an easy handoff.
We're going to
Just
have to
hand the
fight it.
football off, maybe get the ground game going,
It
maybe
is what it
jumpstart
is.
this offense a little bit.
Behind the chains now on second and long.
I don't know if I'll be able to.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding
Yeah,
I
Happy
need
New
to throw
Year's.
this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice
I
job
bring
by the
him the
wide
other way.
receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him.
He's going for a big play downfield.
What? Come on, man. Now my quarterback can't hit anything. Bruh,
Well, this
wide
defense was
open.
ready for go balls.
Good
Goes
call
against this
again.
receiver and his speed. He's
We're
one of the
being
fastest
punished.
in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That
We're
time they
being
couldn't
punished
link
now.
up, but if you're on defense,
That was a
just
good
know
play call.
they're going to try
Wide
that play
open.
again.
And then I get called for
Ball's
false
at the
start.
29.
Wide
Defense
open.
takes getting off the field. It's third and long. They just keep firing. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space, and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
No, it's rough when you're
Yeah, I
getting
don't know if the
hit
quarterback
almost
got
immediately
confused
on
first down. He might
shotgun
have thought
plays.
the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple
Keep the running back in the
possessions.
block. See if he actually does it. He
On
does.
third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And a nice grab with a
So he
defender
makes
right
that
on him, and
throw,
he's down at the 20.
but he can't make a 5-yard
That's a
throw
huge
directly in front
completion
of him.
on third down, and David,
Go figure.
he was double covered. I mean, what do you do if as as a coordinator moving forward now, trying to stop this guy from making plays.
I can't tell you how frustrating that is. I got two on you. Like, I'm sending resources to stop this guy, and he's still making plays. You got to get more pressure on the quarterback. You got to disguise. You got to do something, but apparently that guy, you can't cover him, even with two.
Here's the pressure.
And he drops it. Oh my God.
Quarters are in the books as we head to the fourth. And you want to talk
Holy
about
hell,
his
man.
favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth.
That is what it is.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Meyer. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal.
I hate that I threw that RPO, but I'm really mad about the other picks. I had a guy wide open. I don't know how he scored on that.
Touchdown, WKU. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
From the gun.
And they're going to say he's short because he didn't run into the end zone. Ha! Good job, game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
This game's so stupid. All right, whatever. It is what it is.
It bounced through the back.
I just need the defense to make a play. I've had a lot of opportunities here because we've had many opportunities for an interception.
Tennessee offense will go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
Oh, there we go.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive.
He won in, he's run that before, but he ran in motion, and the guy that I put in man followed him, and then he just stopped.
Playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Grabbed in the middle.
They're so wide. I don't get it. Like, it's short coverage. I ran cover 6. There's a guy right there, and then he just doesn't go after him. I don't understand. It's been like that all game. I'm sitting here in zone because, you know, I like to run zone, and I have guys in position to make plays, but it's like they won't run the zone. I've never seen anything like this before. Like, I'm sitting in soft zone, and no one is ever around the ball, even though I'm calling a play where they should be.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough.
And then I blitz there and it's wide open. Nah, whatever. Like, it is what it is. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. I can't be upset. We've had a good season.
These are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
All right, we've had complete control of this game. He got a blocked field goal. We would have been up 6 going into the half, and that's after we missed a wide open touchdown. And we had complete control of this game.
Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And then again, like, they're just always wide open. Even though I'm playing the pass, it just seems like no matter what I do, people are wide open every play. It is what it is, man. As soon as we got that first pick, but we should have had the pick on that one, because I would have been up 10, even to miss all the silliness. I would have been up 10 if we would have had that pick on the... And they're going to push him into the end zone.
And that is was a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive.
What a letdown.
They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
What a letdown. All right.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
No one blocks at
Really
all.
disciplined job by the coverage
It's
unit
not
to get
over,
down there
but
and make the
it's one of
stop.
those games where you just kind of shrug your shoulders. I've had a lot of opportunities to make a big play, but my guys just, I can't get an interception. I've had a lot of opportunities for one. Or even just to get an incompletion with a hit or something. Like he catches,
They took advantage
his
of
guys
the
are catching
expanded field
everything.
position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. A strike downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Because when I go back and look at this game,
Quickly to the
what
line.
I'm going to look at is
Motion from the wide receiver.
it cover 3 though.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to
When
the
I go
receiver.
back and look at this game, there's going to be 2 things I look at. The defense, because like I said, we've had a lot of opportunities for interceptions in this game early on, but we couldn't catch one. Like we had opportunities to make momentum for ourselves, and we couldn't come up with a big play. Another drop.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender?
And we
making
can't
the
catch the
hit,
ball.
forcing the incompletion.
What do I want to run?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Everyone should block up. The center should have the linebacker. He
From
didn't.
the gun, the running back has it. Continues to fight for yards. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late.
There we go.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
GG's. Mike, I can't do anything. The computer is not helping me out at all. Like I said, we've had opportunities for interceptions. We can't catch one.
With the return.
That was a bad pass on my part, but I couldn't get my receiver to break underneath.
That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing.
But it is what it is. Like the game was lost on that. Man, I can't believe it. That game was lost right in the middle of the half. We missed the wide open touchdown to Burrows.
The give as they work on that clock.
He's wide
He'll get
open.
back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game
So
by running
frustrating.
the football
All right.
and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Again, wide open. The safety's supposed to be sitting in the middle of the field. No one took him away. No one took him away. There's no one else there, and he doesn't go to the middle. Like he's not doing what he's supposed to do. It's been like this from the start. Holy hell. If I don't sit over the middle, they're just leaving it open every time, even when I have a safety over the top. It's just terrible. There's no other responsibility, and that is where you're supposed to be.
They have got to step up and start making
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and
Yeah.
not letting the offense get it back. It's
I say, Mom, this is just one of those games. It is what it is.
This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
no doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing.
I made one mistake early in the game, or earlier in the half, with the RPO pick six. One.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. They'll ride the running back and leave him
One
open.
mistake.
And he was
And the crazy
fortunate
thing is,
after
one
Williams
mistake, and
started
in the
coming
first
his
half,
way,
he
able
was
to bridge
thrown
it
into
back to the
coverage
line
and
of
not being
scrimmage.
punished for it. He threw what should have been a pick six to put me up 10. My guy didn't even put his hands out to catch the
Making the
ball.
team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that
Sat there
third
and
and
just
3.
jumped right in the route, and then he just doesn't do
They'll try
anything.
to pick it up on the ground.
Like, what
It's
can you do?
inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been
Terrible.
dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And the pummeling has started.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get
Like,
me
there's
another
really not
touchdown.
much you can do.
And he
We
knocks the
couldn't,
extra point
like, I
away.
can't block on special teams. I literally had a guy turn around and run into me.
Is feeling themselves after that last drive.
We get a field goal blocked.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 20.
Just nothing went right in the second half. I made one mistake, and that one mistake put me down, apparently put me down by a lot. We had a good game plan going in. I knew I needed to slow him down. I knew he likes to throw to his running back,
Western Kentucky
but it's like
offense
my
back on
defense
the
just
move.
played terrible.
That
They
has
weren't
looked
reacting to
promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end
they
with the
they
big
weren't
game.
reacting to
Got to be
anything. And
able to
then when he
finish
threw it into
drives,
coverage in the first
especially in
half,
this game.
he
If they're
wasn't
going to win,
punished
and
for
David,
it
they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
because he
Yeah, and I
threw
don't think
into
you can
coverage a
conserve
lot
your
early
play
on in the
safe. You
game.
can
But
trust
those,
your guy. I think you put
some
the
of those
ball
were
right back in his
catches.
hands and let him do his thing.
After the productive
Like,
first down
there's
play, it's
you
second and 6. That will
it just
take us to
frustrates me.
the 2-minute timeout.
I had a good
Not
game plan
much
going in. I
time
thought I
left for this
executed it
offense to
well,
put together a miracle.
but I made one mistake.
Offense gets set for
And to
second
have
down.
played so well, that one mistake put me down. I think that's probably the thing that bugs me the most. I made one mistake and it put me down 4 when I played damn near perfect in the first half. We were running the ball well, mixing things up.
Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left.
Made a nice play
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific
on a
catch, and
hit
they'll
stick
have
to
the
recover
first
the
down.
ball,
And a really good job
but
focusing on the
I
catch. A lot of people
just
get
couldn't
lost
get
on
any
their
help from
feet
the other 10.
trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football
Defensively, we were
first
able to
and
take
then getting
advantage
that
of the
one foot they
user,
needed to
but his
bounce.
computer guys played better than mine.
Goes to the option. He'll toss
Bro,
it. Turning it on.
this
Got
game
the
is
first
terrible.
down and
Look at
more.
that. That is terrible. There's no way you should have been able to score on that.
Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Great job by the back on the option.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop.
No, it wasn't.
They
That's
featured
terrible
him,
because
and
the
Palmer,
pursuit
I would
is
continue to
stupid.
feature
They
him.
just ran
Yeah, I would too,
immediately
David. I
behind him
think he's
instead
the
of attacking
definition
him down
of
the
a
field.
running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger.
And
He
he
seems to get
didn't even catch the
faster.
ball.
People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a
Bro,
show.
whatever. He didn't even try to
Coming
catch
out
it.
to
It was
tee
right
up for
to
the
him,
kickoff, and
and
that
then he just
last
let it
score
hit him
was
in
a
the
real
arm.
buzzkill for
So when
this
momentum
crowd.
gets going, I tried to get it back, but, it is what it is.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
The killer was we just couldn't create a turnover. We had many opportunities. None of them worked. I can't believe it, though.
And the
I sat
quarterback
there
will
and
adjust
picked
to
up
the
the
from the
dummy
air.
route, slid right into an interception, and my guy didn't even put his hands up. And then he's able to not only not put his hands up, but then he
Backed
gets
up
to
now
catch the
here,
ball and
second
gets
and long.
yards, which is wild. My last interception was definitely my fault. The first one was my fault too, but the second one was just a bad throw. Like literally, it looked like the corner was backwards, and I had the receiver open, and I threw it timed out of the route, and then he threw it over him to the corner, who makes the catch going backwards. Like, why couldn't you just throw the ball? Like, it's so hard to
A
overthrow
little
that. It's like
risky
right in
thing
front of your
here. The
face.
quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
Huh.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. Third and
I
long,
just
hoping
hate
to catch the
hate games
defense
like this.
off
Like I'm not
guard,
sure what I'm
napping,
supposed to
but
do.
they weren't fooled. They
If
made a
I
play.
can't make a
Not
play, I have to
exactly
rely on
famous.
my computer
Now you've
guys to
got
make a
fourth and
play.
California.
And again, you have to try to influence where they're at. You only control so much, just like he does. But it's like once he got that blocked field goal, his defense was playing out of its mind. Every time they come up and hit me, we drop the ball. They're jumping everything. Meanwhile, he's throwing it right into a zone, and my
This
guys
is
aren't
why
even
the
reacting
passion
on
of
the other
college
side.
football runs so
What
deep.
can you do?
Rivalries. And when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew
And then
how
this was a
important this one
frustrating
is
thing because
because if
there's
you
no
play
way he
games
should
like
have
this,
completed. He
you
should
need
have
your
had
guys because
that
this
much
losing
success
team
because
now
some of the
has to
plays
find a way to
were
rebound and go
covered
out
and
and
should
play
have been
again.
covered.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled
Like
for a
that, the
reason.
safety sitting
It's
in
a
the middle of
rivalry
the
for
field,
bragging rights,
and
but you're
both
right.
spread to the
Let's get
side.
back to
For
practice
what?
this next
There's
week and
no
start
one to
focusing
take
this
you
hotel
out
room.
of the
But
center.
I'm gonna get you next year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.
Just doesn't make any sense. 8 of 9 on third down compared to 5 of 9. That's wild. 8 of 9, 5 turnovers because he had 2 fumbles, both hit sticks. He recovered both. There was 3 hit stick fumbles in this game. We all recovered the other one. But the interceptions, none of them were user. They were all computer, which is what makes it frustrating. It's like, man, if my guys could have just did a little bit more, this game is definitely looking different because we had the right game plan. We're going to slow the ball, slow the game down. We're going to run the football because he can't, like, he does not play good defense. I've watched him play a couple of times. You're able to pick on him. We did. His computer guys are slow, but my quarterback can't hit deep balls. The one game that really you need him to, he can't because I had Burrows open a couple times and he just overthrew him on one. He underthrew him on another. I had Mac open on one and he underthrew him too. Like, bruh, why are you picking today, the rivalry game, to decide that I don't want to make the throws that I've been making all season? I knew the running back would have the most catches though, because a lot of times I've seen he hot routes the receivers basically to run downfield so that he can throw it quick to the running back. Because most of the time the linebackers will carry with the running back or the slot corner will carry with the tight end or the receiver. So it'll make him open. But I circumvented that by sitting underneath and playing man. Like if I blitz, I would take a blitzer and put him on the running back, but there's I don't understand because some of those, like the out angle routes, they were fading up the field. Like you're in man to man, go after him. There's nothing else for you to do, but it's like they were still fading back. But look at that, 0. Every ball that was thrown to a receiver that hit one, no matter who was around, they were caught every time. It's kind of hard to do that because he definitely threw some tight window throws and hit immediately, but they held on to it every time. Tough, 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 tough. And they don't have any abilities, so it's not like the abilities made them jump the ball. A hit stick by a running back. That's tough. That touchdown was the one that hurt though. Because the safety was so far off, I didn't think that he would be able to come up and make a play. That's why I threw it. But he jumped up right away. Meanwhile, if you're in man to man and you have someone in the slot, which I did a couple times on an RPO, even though he's right there, he is not able to come up and make the play. So that's a little bit frustrating because one of his RPOs, I believe, was to the tight end, and it was a safety, and it was man to man. He's fading out on the bubble, and he drifts up the field. Like you're in man to man, go after him. I already set the things for playing the pass because no one, like hardly anyone ever runs on an RPO. He did on a couple this game, but like I sit it on the pass for the reason like I'll give up the run. I just need you to defend the pass. And in man to man, you're supposed to. You see the difference. The guy just drifted back. It's an easy reception. His he attacks the ball. It's a pick. It's a bad throw though. Let's look on my side. 23 of 37, three picks. Ran the ball really well. That last run was just stupid, but ran the ball really like we did everything you're supposed to do. Run the ball, slow down the game. But defensively, like I said, we just had a lot of opportunities to make something happen, and we couldn't on any of them. Whether it was a contested coverage, whether it was double coverage, and he fits it in and he holds on, or we don't deflect the ball or anything. We had dropped interceptions, guys not putting their hands up. Like we just couldn't make a play on defense, and ultimately, I knew we were going to have to, and I definitely did my best because I was in on some of them. I dropped an interception twice. I didn't get to get my hands up when I jumped the pass. Thankfully, one of them was incomplete because it ended up being a bad throw, but it still could have been an interception if I had been able to, the game let me put up my hand. And then the block field goal. And that's really where it momentum turned, the block field goal, because I would have been up six getting the ball, and then I fumbled right away. As I think Matt caught the ball and then he fumbled it. And then he ended up scoring a touchdown. So you look at in the span of, and then it was because Burrows missed the easy touchdown, or Maverick missed an easy touchdown. That should have been up 10 going into the half first. Then I could have been up six had we made the field goal, but it got blocked. And then we immediately fumbled right out the gates on offense. So just a bad break. And that completely swung the momentum because instead of being, up 10 getting the ball, knowing that I can still run the ball, and I still was, then we end up being down four, and you're looking at I didn't really do anything wrong. So tough break there. Man. Oh yeah, and then that they called that a fumble, but it wasn't. What we got here? This was Burrows on the end 'cause I was looking for the tight end and I couldn't do it. Could have hit the running back, but I was looking for the tight end, but I ended up throwing the triangle. And then you look at again when I talk about pursuit, this is what I'm talking about. Look at 12. What is that? Did he switch to him? No, he switched to him. Okay, that makes sense then. It's like he was going for a hit stick, like I was going to cut back up. That was lucky to break the tackle there. Yeah, because coming out in the second quarter, that 3rd and 11, that should have been an interception. I can't go back and look at the play, but I jumped the route, but I couldn't get my hands up for whatever reason. Thankfully, someone was behind me to make the tackle, but it's the same thing. Like you threw it right to me, but somehow it's a reception for you and not for me. That's the kind of stuff that makes stuff frustrating. Because you look at it, at this point, I'm up 10-0, right? We intercept that ball. Momentum is fully on our side. We're going to have the ball on his side of the field. It leads to a 4th and 3. He gets hit in the backfield. He breaks a tackle and ends up getting 4 yards. So he barely got the 4th down, too. Because the defensive end was standing right there, and he just stiff arms the defensive end that probably outweighs him by 80 pounds. Because I run my defensive tackles when I run the 3-3-5 on in short yardage, and then he ends up getting a touchdown. So this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. He got a touchdown. That could have been a pick. At the very least, if I get my hands up, it's an incompletion. Then on 4th down, we have him dead to rights in the backfield. He stiff arms the defensive tackle and then is able to get, you know, 5-6 yards to make it a 4-yard gain to get the 1st down. Either one of those, we're in good shape. We get neither. And the one that killed me is the 3rd down because I read the route and I got punished for it anyway because we could, for whatever reason, the game wouldn't let me put my hands up. I don't understand why that happens so much, especially when you're looking at the ball. Tight end, can't be mad about that because I left that open on purpose because I was worried about the flat throw. So it is what it is. And then run, run, run. We get down the field. Oh man, this pains me so much. Is it the man? If you look at, because I knew like watching him play his pursuit angles with the run, if we could run the ball, we'd have a good shot because we could slow the game down. But the problem was like defensively, like I know where the ball's going, but I can't make a play. This one was weird because nobody was over there. He was supposed to be in zone. He's chasing in man. I don't know what's going on here. I have to go back and look at the tape on that because he's supposed to be dropping back in zone. Everyone else is in zone minus me. I put him on the tight end because either the tight end or the running back. I try to put someone in man coverage because I know that he likes to hit quick ones to them. That is wild though. Like he's wide open. No one picked him up at all. And then my mistake for switching off of him because as soon as I switched off, the game took a stupid angle. So it just took him away. Because if I had stayed on him, I would have been able to angle him, and he has to at least make a move, probably a stiff arm. So it probably doesn't matter anyway. This is pain because this one right here, I had Burrows open and he underthrew the ball. So I would have been up 10, with 30 seconds to go. That's how the half was going to end, but he underthrew the ball, almost got picked off because of it, but had him wide open and he underthrew him. And then the field goal ends up getting blocked. I didn't have to take a sack here. So I was trying to run hurry up, but I couldn't find a play that I liked quick enough. But he just pushed right in. Like I didn't have anyone open there. That's a good defensive call. Nobody was open. Then start out the very first play of the half, a fumble. So I say momentum sucks. Momentum sucks. Should have went to triangle anyway. But catches it. That time he holds on, breaks his tackle, and then fumbles. And he is losing the ball. So yeah, like he has his hands on it, but it is a fumble. The ball's out. There was nothing I could do. He scores 2 plays later. So that little swing, I said Burrows was open, underthrown. We don't get a touchdown. The field goal gets blocked 2 plays, 3 plays later. First play out of the half, we fumble, and then he scores a touchdown. So just like that, a game that we had full control of in the first half, we're losing. They caught him with the blitz there, couldn't score on it. Good blocking downfield. Surprised he got through that. And then third and goal, figured I would run the ball. I had a play in my head for fourth down. So I figured he might guess pass and good blocking. That's why I pull. Because look at 50. This is why I can't trust my offensive line. Look at 50. He goes out, then turns in, and then does what? He did absolutely nothing on that play. So if I don't pull 63, it's blown up because my left guard didn't even block it. Terrible. Game makes you laugh. That was third and 8. That was a corner route. He got hit when he caught, or a comeback route. He got hit when he caught the ball, but it didn't matter because he held on. Then we got a stop here. And then this was the one that hurt. Like I said, he's playing off. He's in man. So I figured that he's either in man or zone. And when I hiked in, I saw him come up. I thought that I still would be able to make that, but I can't. And I wouldn't have been able to run the ball because every time I run the ball, an RPO is dead to rights if I run it because for whatever reason, my guys never can block. I've seen some people be able to bust big plays on the run. Even when people play the pass, it's just like it's still easily stopped. But I can't make that throw. That's on me. So that was the mistake that I made. And really, honestly, early on in this game, it's really the only mistake I made. This is why it hurt because I felt like I played a really good game. The offensive play calling was good. And then I make one mistake. It goes the other way. Obviously, it has a huge impact because now we go down. And then the first play, I get the ball back, interception. Same guy. So run the inside route. Boom. He's open. He has to jump through him. That's the only thing he can do. What is this? Easy route. Easy route. He's got him beat inside, throw inside. My receiver can't put his hands up to try to catch the ball, even though he should. It's not overthrown. So I'm really confused on this interception because he's putting his hand down. Is that overthrown? Yes, it is. I guess an easy route because and it just kills me because he's wide open. So I made the right read. Like I didn't make a bad decision here because he was open. He had inside leverage. He's a big body guy. That should be an easy throw, but he misses it and it's an interception. Like that's not my fault on that pick. I hate picks like that. Like I didn't make a bad decision, but I got punished for it anyway. And then he scores a touchdown. Those are the picks that get you. You go with the sliding catch. No one ever drops the ball when you get a secure catch, pretty much, unless they for whatever reason jump on a conservative catch, which they do from time to time. It's like then it messes me up because now my quarterback is cold and rattled, but he's rattled when I didn't make him rattle. I made him rattle when I threw the pick earlier, if you want to say that 100%. But then I make a good decision and I get punished for it, and then I end up suffering more because now my quarterback's cold when I threw the ball in on timing with him being open, and because the throw was bad, now I have to suffer with my quarterback being cold. And I know the last pick was my fault. They're not going to show that pick. That pick was my fault. I can't be mad at that one. Then I think I fumbled here, and it was an instant recovery. and then he scores another touchdown. Just, oh, what can you do? It is what it is. I just hate like I would have rather this happen in another game, not a rivalry game, because now like that cost me points in my coach contract. And then when you look at the way the game played out, like that's terrible right there. Look at that pursuit. That is awful. Game is game is awful. There's no way I should have been able to score on that at all. None. He switched and went for a hit stick, but there's no way I should have been able to come out of that. That's crazy. Oh well. Well, I knew we weren't going to be able to finish undefeated because playing on this game is a crapshoot sometimes. When things go your way, you got to take advantage. We couldn't enough, so man. I wonder what man, it sucks though. Like I don't understand. One bad throw on my part, but my defense just could not make a play. A lot in the first half, in position to make them, couldn't make them. Couldn't get an interception to save my life, even when he threw right to me. Just could not take advantage of anything in that one. That was a really bad time for a blocked field goal. All right. Well, let me try to go back to sleep, grab a quick nap, and then I'll be back on for stream. I don't think Jacksonville State will be on tonight. The sad thing is, I could, I don't say probably, but I could still make the conference championship, but eh. I just wanted the rivalry win, and it sucks, man. Like I knew what to look for on offense. I was able to make some plays in terms of reads, but just couldn't get rewarded for anything in this one early on. I feel like maybe if I had been able to get that field goal, well, first of all, I should have had a touchdown to Burrows. If I go up 10, I just like, hey, man, if we can come out in the second half and we can score a touchdown and go up 17, I think we're going to be good because the momentum should shift. I just felt like defensively, even when we had momentum in our favor, it didn't matter because we couldn't make plays anyway.